What's going on, everybody? My name's Rob, and it's been a minute. I feel like every time I make a video now, I say that. That needs to be like my intro. Like, hey, it's been 3 months. Here I am again, you know? So, anyway, hi, how are you doing? They got this crazy bird outside that's chirping right now, so I apologize if he interrupts. Or she. Could be a she, I'm not sure. But, anyway, I've been away for a little bit. Just been drinking some bomb coffee, chasing kids around. I've been planting in the garden back there. Got some beautiful sunflowers that have come up, so super cool, you know, kind of show you around that a little bit.
It's that good life. It's that good.
I mean, look at these things. Aren't they beautiful? They're getting huge, and the ones up at the top seem to get like the biggest. These flowers here bring in a lot of the honeybees and stuff, so it's pretty cool. I'm proud of them. You know, of all the things in the garden to just like take off, sunflowers, you know, who would have thought? But I have something I wanted to show you, and then I wanted to dive into a little concept that I've been kind of like following for the past couple of years now. And yeah, let's just roll into it. So I saved a few pennies up over the past few years, and I dropped a bunch of them on this little beast right here. It's a 3 kilogram SF6 from San Franciscan. It's been a blast learning on this roaster. It still amazes me how different roasters can be. I'll be diving into the features and quality more in a future video, but let me fill you in on the old Bedelli. Now, I got rid of the Bedelli here a while back. It's a pain. It was literally a pain in my rear end for the past couple years. I was always having to work on it. The motor would go out, the igniter would go out. You know, something was always going on with it. I think I went through 3 motors. Never could get it. There was a communication barrier between the manufacturer and me. It's like they could only really talk to you like super late at night, and then it was like through videos, and it was just I don't know. It wasn't for me, you know. In my opinion, I think a Bedelli or a roaster like that is great for learning and cutting your teeth on because they're super cheap. But like the old saying goes, you know, you kind of get what you pay for. But anyway, I'll go more into that in a future video. But let's talk about building this boat. So a few months ago, I kicked the business back off, and it's been a blast. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoy it more this time now that I kind of know more about what I'm doing and stuff like that. I do have more of a runway now, and I've got a couple of wholesale accounts doing, you know, a lot of the retail type of, you know, online sales, and it's been great. It's been just enough to kind of keep me busy, but not to be overwhelmed, which is kind of where in this stage of my life where I want to be. We got a new baby coming in August, a little girl. Not want to get too busy before that period, and then we'll start ramping up after that, which that kind of brings me to a little topic I want to discuss. The idea of building a lifeboat. In the case for me, that lifeboat is this little business. It's this roastery, it's the YouTube, it's kind of like everything I'm creating in here. There's a peace of mind in knowing that I have something tangible that I'm creating here in parallel to my job, that if the economy goes sideways or my job goes sideways, that I have something to fall back on. Building a lifeboat in parallel to your job can be super stressful. It can be time consuming and everything like that, but I feel the benefits far outweigh the inconvenience or the risk, in my opinion. Having a growing family has kind of taught me that I can't rely on external resources or security for my family. That is my duty to have a backup of some sort that I'm building in parallel to my current job. And getting the family involved in this lifeboat creation has been, you know, a joy as well. The more I venture down this path and, you know, creating this little business, the more I realize, like, if I can bring my family along, especially the young ones, the kids, and kind of show them how everything works and stuff like that, we kind of grow together through it. It allows this opportunity for everybody to kind of learn about how things work and stuff like that. And it's such a cool little concept to see little things clicking in their mind. I can't really do that at my day job, but I can easily do that through, this side business. And as it grows, show them how like something, you know, that you're dedicating your time to can eventually evolve into something that gets bigger and bigger over time, and they get to see that day in and day out. Getting to teach them little business concepts and stuff like that has been cool. My oldest daughter's, you know, it literally clicked for her the other day. She saw these, you know, bags of coffee on the table, and she was like, so these bags are money. And I'm like, yeah, cha-ching, cha-ching. Like, when the bags go out the door and you press the fulfill button, money in the bank. And she got it, and she was like, oh, so the big bag over here, the 5-pound bag for wholesale, more money. Yeah, I could see it clicking. She could see the green coffee. She could see it turning brown. They love to see all the smoke and stuff whenever you drop the coffee. And it's like it clicked. She could see the whole process of how it was going. And it's just all these little simple concepts that they get to learn as well. So this lifeboat for me is the coffee roastery, but for my wife, it's wedding photography. And for the family unit, it's our garden. In case things really get bad, So we also plan to probably next year, once the newborn gets a little older, we want to venture into the farmer market, selling produce and stuff like that, which will be perfect for coffee roasting as well, because I kind of pair it all together and sell in one location. Now, with that being said, hopefully one day between what I'm doing, what my wife is doing with the studio and wedding photography and stuff like that, the lifeboat can eventually be the main boat, but then we'll have it diversified out enough where not all the eggs are in one basket, so to speak, of where your money's coming from. I think that's also another thing super important in today's age is having a lifeboat, but also having a diversified lifeboat. It seems like, because things can change so quickly. I mean, we all saw what happened during the pandemic when the governments could literally come in and shut down entire businesses, shut down entire regions. And depending on what your business was in, determined whether you were going to be making money or not, or be dependent on the government. I don't like that. To me, it's a risky situation because, yeah, we can go into that in another video. But yeah, I don't want to be in that predicament. Another thing I want to mention here is that everyone figures this out at a different pace. You may not be as fast as some people. You may not get there you may not have the resources to get there as quickly. You may not have the help to get there as quickly. So it may take me years. It may take you months. It may take you decades. I don't know. But I think it's super important to have that being built in parallel to what you're currently doing. So that being said, we're just constantly building on this little business. I'm trying to stay present during the whole process. I want to enjoy the entire process, trying new things, putting out the best coffee I can, really just enjoying my mornings in here, roasting and packaging and learning more. It's once you slow down a little bit to a point where you can enjoy it, it makes everything so much better. The other thing is the older I get, the more I realize just how blessed I am. My family's healthy right now. We got the new baby girl coming in August. And it's never been easier to create a business and kind of sell online, create social media, and like just get your name out there and stuff. Anybody could start a business. You get a few tools, and then all of a sudden, like, you can be operating at the same level as these bigger corporations as far as quality goes. And it opens up these opportunities to actually go out and pursue what you love and what you really want to do. And I think that's the coolest thing nowadays is like the opportunities are all out there if you want to go out and take it and do something that you enjoy. That's what I was telling my wife the other day when I was in here at 4:30. Like, I enjoy it. I come in here and it's like you get to roast and I get to package some coffee up. I get to write some little notes to some of the, my customers or whatever. And it's like I enjoy it. It's such a love. And you can only find that, I feel, if you really are passionate about where you work or if you're working for something that you've created. And it's super hard, I feel, to eventually get into that position. But once you do, and you take the time to get there, you put in the work, you put in the effort, it's so rewarding. So build the lifeboat. I think that's super important for today's age, and especially if you have a growing family or something, you almost have to have a lifeboat that you're building in parallel to what you're currently doing. I think it's super important. So with that being said, we got some few products that we're going to be doing some reviews on. I just had Difluid send me the R2 refractometer. I tried it a few times. Dude, this thing works pretty dang good. I want to kind of see about how accurate it is, and then I'll kind of be doing some more stuff on that. But as of right now, I've always wanted one, but refractometers have always been so expensive. So, I don't know, kind of excited to do that. We got some other videos coming out. I'm going to start getting back in the groove of video creation and stuff. So if you do want to support the channel, please go down into the description. I'll have my website down there. If you want to order some coffee, that would be great. I roast it all myself. I package everything myself. So, it will be coming from me. Like I said, we're getting back into the groove of things. I'm excited. I want to get back on here a lot more. I have some plans that are going to be kind of switching up things a little bit, but I think you'll like it. I'm looking forward to it. So with that being said, please, if you like this type of content, subscribe, and I will see y'all next week. Love y'all.